Hey, what is up? Welcome to Eco. In the last episode, I told you about my mishap with not recording the advanced cooking episode, and then I took the star for oil drilling and put down the oil field, the pump jacks and refineries behind that mountain over there. I made a tiny road going down here and up the mountain where we have the tree farm up there. But between episodes, I dug a tunnel, and so this road now goes through the mountain, and it's actually not that far, and connects with the road that we had before, with the oil field and the two refineries. So this old road is now capped. Maybe at some point I will lower this one tile so it connects again. But right now we can just take the truck and go through here to get to these refineries. And I will go ahead and make about 30 crafts of plastic on this one, and the same on the other one. Plastic again, because in this episode I want to take the electronic skill. I said last time that I had not yet decided whether I want to do industry first or electronic first, but I have decided to go electronic first, because then we can make the stove, we can make a few other things. For example, I think we should be able to make fiberglass and then modern tools, so we get the next level of our pickaxe, for example, and axe and so on. And that can help us out to get then towards industry. Down here, I dug some stairs into my very old mine where I had found some gold before. I dug a bit deeper, but I did not find any gold, so maybe I will search a bit more later. But yeah, gold will be one of the things that we need for electronics. The other thing will be copper. I still had some copper. I did smelt some gold, but I don't think it will stay for that long, so it will not give us too many things for electronics. Let's see how long it will take to get the skill point. 3 minutes. Let's just wait this out. So I should have done all the books. Yes. Did I read the pages though? Let's just try. Read the composite page is already learned. Electronics is learned, and advanced masonry is learned, so I should take these books and deposit them elsewhere. Let me see, is there space in here? Only one space, so I'll just dump the rest somewhere else. Maybe these two go over here. And then these pages go in there. And that's it. There are 9 seconds left on a gold bar craft, because I was missing, I think, exactly 1 gold concentrate. And but I did not have any more gold ore. So let's see, can I make some copper concentrate? Can I crush some copper ore? I can't. So copper concentrate should be there. I should be able to smelt some. And it takes 0.48. So if I make 100, it takes 48. I can make 25. It takes 12. Well, I think I can just queue those. because at most I will have 3 different crafts running here. Copper bars, gold bars, iron bars, and well, then currently the garbage project, but that's okay. So let's smelt the copper that we have. And get that star going. Alright, here's the star. So let us take it. Where are we? Over here, electronics. Learn this now. So the first things we can make is the electronics assembly. We can make gold flakes. We can make substrate from plastic and no, from epoxy and fiberglass. And fiberglass is a glass maker's thing, which can be made on the electronics assembly. So I guess electronics assembly is the very first thing we will need to make, and we will need to make it over here. So we will need to add the storage over here. Steel is an input. The steel-ish chest is an input. And that's the only ones we can reach from here. So what do we have now? We don't have the copper wiring, we don't have the plastics, and we don't have enough corrugated steel. Let's make those. I guess 10 crafts. How many should we make? 240. That's way too much. Yeah, let's do 10 crafts. That's more than enough, I guess. All right. Excuse me. Shut up. All right. The other things we needed to get were copper wiring and plastic. And let me just start the crafting of this. I'm wondering whether I should make 1 or 2 of these, because they will need 2 different upgrades, but I guess I will just have 2 upgrades and switch in between them. Make those copper wiring. There's 19 in there. We will need 25, so we'll need to make more. Let's craft 20 crafts, 40 wires. I guess that's okay. And then we will need to get the plastic, epoxy, and whatever. Yeah. Question is, where is my truck? Truck is down there, because the last thing I did was to extend the road down here. Work on the circumference road. Well, sometimes the game lags a bit. And I guess I will just take the contents of this and extend this for now. Probably not the right way to do this. I guess I will at some point try to get the road down here, but not now. Take this one. Alright, here we go. Taking the quick route to the oil stuffs. And then we should get everything in these two plastics and epoxy. And bring it back. Okay, let's put down the chest over here. I guess that will be an industry chest. Wait a second, this one should as storage not get everything automatically, but industry is good for now. But I will put the chest on this side. And then you get a second chest that will be electronics. And I'm pretty sure that we will move these around a bit. I guess we will also have to extend this building because I know that some of the electronic and industry buildings or tables are huge. So this room is 4 high. I think there's a table that is 7 tiles high, so we will have to build downwards a bit, but that's for later. So you can get stuff from here, if you please. And we will need the copper wire, of course. So there will be some things to carry back and forth, but I guess for now it's okay. Okay, you have 6 to go. 6 minutes. What do we need the gold wiring for? For advanced circuits. That's electronics as well. There's a mining charge. So this is still mechanics everything except for the electronics assembly. And down here we have advanced carpentry tables, industry stuff. But for now, I'll have to wait for the table to finish. What I can do in the meantime is add another stockpile to the roof. One over here. And I guess one over there. Let's call this one electronics. And I guess then this one, a bit more over there, will be the industry. And we want to get the gold over to electronics, right? Blacksmith, which is the actual electronics part, the actual smelting thing, goes to electronics, all the gold. And I think the copper bars go into copper wire. Let's see what the copper wire is used in. It's used in advanced circuits and basic circuits, which are the two that we need most, I guess, then electric motors and other things. So let's make 40 crafts for now. Why not 80 crafts? That's too much. Let's go with 60. Get these in here. And there's in there. And right now I'm just eating what's there, and I think I won't any longer go for balanced stuff. Maybe more or less balanced, but I will decide for each of these foods whether it's worth for me to make them. Because they're getting way too complicated and I don't need the XP that much. So this is 9 hours for the next one. And there are only 2 skills to go, I think. So we have to change this up. First of all, electronics comes first. And I took the star, so I can mark it as done. And then there are only 2 skills left after this. So let's say 19 hours or something. That's less than a day, and I think I have about 4 days left, so 4 days and 7 hours. So that's plenty. Alright, doing 2 minutes to go. Oh, there, beautiful pollution. Of course I forgot to put modules in this stuff. Well, let's just take half of them and carry them around for the next minutes or hours. Alright, let's have a quick peek. What's next with the modern upgrades? Modern upgrade 2 recipe. Takes steel gears, which is industry. But it also takes culinary research paper modern, which is made by using bread and boiled sausages. And for those I need the stove and advanced cooking. So basically it needs both electronics and industry. So for those it didn't matter which one we took first. And now we should get this one done rather quickly. There's the electronics assembly. Let me put this one, I guess. I can move it over a bit. And you go right over here. Storage, all the inventories, electronics first. Maybe steel as input, I don't think we need it. Industry only as input. Same for the industry and electronics stockpiles. I guess electronic stockpile can be an output as well, but we won't need that. So, crafting. We can right now make basic circuits, which needs gold flakes. We can make the gold flakes. We can make a glassworking modern upgrade. So this is for the glassworking stuff, which is the fiberglass. I will go over and fetch some glass, but for now, let me give it a module first. And then for starters, 20 crafts of gold flakes, I guess. And then we have fuses, which can be made using glass. What are those used for? For detonator recipes. Guess I don't need that one for now. At some point I want to make one of the flotation cells, which is the next level to separate ores, or to concentrate ores. But those need steel plates. I think that's an industry thing. Steel plate recipe is industry, yeah. I could make an electric wall lamp. But the electric energy would mean that our generator is running 24/7, which I don't want to do just yet. So let's go for substrates, which require fiberglass. So let me get the glass. I made a bit of that in between episodes. You see it over there. Let's take all the glass and bring it over. Where is the electronics stockpile? Maybe a bit further. There it is. And the rest goes over here, I guess. Okay, let's add some fiberglass. I guess 80. Those are divisible by 2, I guess. 400. Still divisible by 2. What is this? 100 fiberglass is not too much, but we will need more plastic for that. So let me get some food and then let me get some plastic. I just see we have reached electronics level 3 already, so we can take the usual focused workflow. That's all the plastic we have right now. So since our machines are working anyway, 182 barrels, I guess that's 30 each. Let's go for 40 and see what comes. Because while they are working, we can make more plastic. 40 each, 30 each. And while they're at it, I will run back and make more barrels. Alright, barrels are being made. I'm also making some more iron bars to be able to make even more barrels. Because it will take quite a while to get them all. Let me bring the plastic over. And let's see what else we can make now that we have some of the fiberglass made. Now, since this one is busy making fiberglass and it will take a while, I guess I'll really go ahead and make a second one. So one will be my fiberglass assembly, and the other one will be for actual electronic stuff. Now we can interleave the two. So with the fiberglass we will be able to make substrate using epoxy. How much? 20. I guess we can half that even, just to get some made. Let's go for 10 for now. And with those we can make basic circuits. Half of that would be 5. And I would put those before the substrates. So whenever enough substrates are ready to make a circuit will be made. And those will be made until we run out of fiberglass. Then fiberglass will be made and so on. And for these we will need more wiring, I guess. Can you reach both? That's the question. We have the mechanics one. And we have the electronics chest. Only the industry chest. Well, it's okay for now. The first basic circuit has already been made. How many do we need for the stove? Oh, the stove needs steel plates as well. And those are, again, industry. So no more advanced cooking with only electronics. We need both. Solar generators. We'll need steel bars, servos, basic circuits, and the boiler. I do have the boiler. I have the steel bars. How about the servos? You. How many servos do I need for the solar generator? 8 servos. Dang, that's a lot. And I have a 10% reduction, so... Solar generator. It's electronics assembly using electronics level 5, which we don't have yet, but we can make servos. If I make 5 of them, that would be 80 40 servos, -4, and the same for basic circuits. So we go for 36 servos. That's a lot. And half this, then it's only 200. I guess I go for less basic circuits and the fiberglass doesn't matter. $100. That's way too much. Let's go for 36 first. And then see how far we get. Okay, this one is done. So let's put this one here. And this is now the electronics assembly. Which gets module. Hit on? No. You are lacking this stuff. So we double time the fiberglass. Alright. I guess we will have to wait and see and let these craft for a while. I will see in a couple of minutes when servos have been made, when fiberglass has been made, and circuits have been made. Alright, so I found a bit more gold. And that was... where was it? Back here. Down here. This is about 40 tiles below the surface. Which in Cold Forest is the region where you can find gold. So I dug a small tunnel in here and probed a bit around and found a small pocket of gold in here. I guess I'll have to dig more tunnels and probe around a bit more to get this gold out. Probably in other directions. So you see over here there was a pocket of gold earlier. But I will have to do that off camera whenever we need more gold. I think for now it should be sufficient. Let me quickly turn around. And bring this home. So the substrates and the circuits we made have been finished. Let me quickly crush the gold ore first. 6 crafts, and then the granite. 9 crafts. And then let's have a look. So you're only making fiberglass, you're only making fiberglass. And you will need only 60 more basic circuits. If I make 60 of those, we don't have near enough gold flakes, near enough copper wiring. Let's go for 20 circuits first. 40? Let's go for 20. Yes, yeah. 20 circuits, and those will need about 40 substrate. 36, but I guess 40 will be the better number. So this can be divided by 4, 10 can even be halved. 5. Yeah, let's go for 40. And we will need 150-ish more gold flakes and a handful more copper wires. So, gold flakes are made here, right? Yes, they are. So let's go to 40 gold flake crafts. Over here. That's that. This takes 1 hour to finish. And you are doing 50 minutes, so almost 1 hour to finish. And you will need more fiberglass. I guess that will keep us occupied for quite some time to make these parts. But I still want to turn this off for now. And have another look at what the stuff we can make is used for. So we could, in theory, make advanced circuits, which are used in wind turbines, which is contains steel plates. Sensor belt sorter is industry. Detonator is something we can make, but I don't think we can make mining charges and detonate them with it, but I don't think I want to use this for now. What else? Storage silo, powered storage silos, industry, laser. We could make those, but this needs framed glass, and framed glass needs epoxy only. So we could make these up already. Interesting. What else? Industrial fridge is industry. Generator is industry. The flotation cell needs steel plates. We can't make those. Computer lab needs composite. We can't make those. Combustion engine needs steel plates. We can't make those. So nah. Electric motor maybe. Industrial elevator needs industry. So this all looks like industry stuff. Steel gears are industry, I guess. Yes. You could make a robotic assembly line. But that one then has all the industry recipes, so I don't think we need those for now. I guess I'll go for the servos to make the, what are they called? The servos are used for solar generators. That's what I want to make with them. And those solar generators then will enable us to run lights without polluting all the time. Alright, I think that's it for now. I hope to be able to make a solar generator before we get the star, but it will take a while. And I'll see you on the other side. Alright, welcome back. I just got the skill level 7 for the electronics. So, of course, with skill level 6, I took again the lavish workspace. And now we should be able to make a solar generator. The only thing that is missing right now is the boiler. But that is not a problem. How many do I want to make, actually? So this one takes 2400 watts. Let me have a look at the power. So the supply is 12,000. This one takes 500 in operating. Well, you are operating, aren't you? You should be. No, you are not. So, how much does a pump jack take? The machinist table takes 500 watts, and a pump jack takes 500 watts. So 3 pump jacks are at... The 6 pump jacks are at 3000, so I should do at least 2 of the solar generators. Let's see if I make this 200. That's an odd number. So let's go for 7 for now. Because I guess that's an okay number, and I will definitely be able to make those. So let me queue this one. Start this one. And over here we can get the boilers over to the electronics stockpile. And just have them made over there. So you should be working right now, right? Yes, you should be. So if I put it this way, 1 hour and 2 minutes, 34 seconds passed, 41 seconds passed. Yes, this one is crafting. It just takes a while. Oh, up there we get the better number. Okay. In the meantime, I made a lot of plastic and some additional glass, and I put 2 additional tables over here for me to make fiberglass. So right now there are 2 tables making fiberglass usually, and 1 is making the electronics part, except for right now where I queued the solar generators. But yeah, I made lots of plastic, used it all up, got more plastic, used it up again, made also quite a few barrels. So this will be the next thing for me to do, to get another stack of barrels and move those over. Meanwhile, you can do some sand concentrate. So these are 56 crafts, because we will need the sand to make more glass. And I'll bring those barrels back. And there's one other thing, or 2 other things I would like to do. First of all, I will have to get some food. I was able to make the elk Wellington finally, because I skilled up the advanced bacon specialty. And you should have in your storage, where is it? Over here, the module. So this one can go in here. And I have the elk Wellington. I think I have a few other things that I made to skill up. Baked food, that's over here. There's all the other stuff. Campfire food. Where are you? I had seen it before. It was here, it's empty, so I already ate all the special stuff that I made to get my variety bonus back. So it's at 52%. I think that's pretty good. And I have to care even less about what I actually eat. So still, let's taste the elk Wellington. Yuck. Okay. Never mind, I won't use this. I guess I'll stay with Pyrozork, or however this is pronounced. And some crispy bacon. I made a couple spiky rolls in between. But yeah, I will deselect from my food planner piece by piece the stuff that is too complicated to make. I will also, I guess, deselect stuff that needs too much meat, because I don't want to spend all the time hunting. And then we'll see what we are left with, and if it's unbalanced like it is right now, I don't really care. So let's take these and move them over to the stockpile. Let's get a bit closer. There's the stockpile. Get the stuff out, get the plastic so we can make more fiberglass. And you have 640 barrels, so let's go for 150 each, I guess. That's more than 640, but we can also make a couple more plastic after this. So refineries are even still making plastics, so the barrels will come almost immediately. And I can show you in a second what all the work that I've done over here and all the stuff that I've done with the electric energy has done to the environment, because it's not pretty. First of all, you see here the trees are getting grayish. You see, like here, it doesn't look too nice. I think over here as well you have like really gray trees. And if you look at the map over here, this is air pollution. So if you get to the pollution, air pollution, this is what the refineries do. And if I go to ground pollution, this is basically the air pollution going down on the ground and leading to this not so pretty sight. I will have to eat something to be able to drive. And then I will have to remember to get back, because I didn't fire up all the pump jacks. The other thing that I want to do is, because over here it looks similar, the generator is basically running non-stop, and these trees don't really look so nice, and the grass is getting gray and stuff like that. That's because of air pollution, but also because of ground pollution, because we are spilling the sewage water directly to the ground, and it will take still some while to be able to filter that sewage water. And look at this pretty brownish river. That's not something that I want to have in my backyard, so I'm thinking about taking this generator and moving it towards the refinery, because we have an electric energy grid connection over there anyway, so why not pollute only one spot instead of two of them. And first of all, let's get the sulfur down here. Get the plastic over here for the electronics. I guess I should put it down there, together with this stuff and that one. And then I wanted to get some food and fire up the last two pump jacks. Maybe kill a bit more plastic. Alright, so we are making 900 barrels right now. And you are done with your work, and you are also done with your work. We already made 90 crafts, so I guess those won't be 900 barrels in the end. But let us go for some synthetic rubber. I have to get the crushed sulfur for that, because of the other thing I want to make, but still, you can do banner crafts. Yeah, let's go for 120 for now. That's it already? You're done? You're done because you don't have any more barrels, okay. And you also plastic 40 crafts, because when I come back I want to skill to make some rubber. Because what I also did off camera was steal some of the fiberglass, and we will use that together with rubber to make some modern tools. So let me get back to get some of the crushed sulfur. Here we go. I guess, well, can take it all and then see how much we need, right? Probably not all of it, but it's fine. Get this over, and then you will be used to make some rubber. How about 80? 160 rubber? Sounds about right. Move this in front. Eat some sushi. And let's get going. This will take a while. While these are running, I will bring back the plastic and go search some more copper, gold, because we will need way more of that. Actually, I could take the time to bring over the generator. Take this one out? No, I don't want to take this one out. I need this for the other engine. Blocked by water, huh? That means I will have to pick you up and to put you down over there, and then the water block should go away. And then I can put you down again and do it like this. Great. Pick this one up and bring it over. Alright, here we go. Where can I put you down? Let me quickly put this one in storage. And then let's see. Let's get rid of these. And I guess I can dig this out to fill this part up. How about this? You are connected, you are out of fuel. That is easy to solve. You should be running again. Great. So these are running. The question is, does the power pole up here have power now? It does. Great. So that means we will have power at the facility at the town square as well. Thank you. And I can go ahead, grab some of the rubber, I guess, at least. Let's see how we are with the rubber. 26. We should be able to do something with that. Great. And now we can make modern tools. A modern paint sprayer I don't think I need. What I definitely want to have is a modern pickaxe. Takes 10 fiberglass and 1 rubber, so I guess we are good with rubber. For the rock drill, sadly, I will need a steel gear that needs industry, so I can't make it just yet. But this one is important. And I guess while we are at it, I can make a shovel. And then we'll see whether the next thing I need is a hammer, an axe, because I don't use that much wood right now, and the hammer is still good for some use. So let's get these. Move this in here, and the shovel goes in there. And these are the most important parts, because the modern pickaxe will enable me to, I think, to hack basalt with 1 swing instead of 2. And the modern shovel will enable me to shovel even more dirt. Alright. Let's destroy these 2. This is no take from, only put into, so let's put those 2 over here. Scrap tool. 2 of them. Yes. Alright. We've made tools. We have made plastic, fiberglass. How are we with the... Wait, why don't you have power? I know. Because the... the generator over there was basically the connection between the 2 power poles. The one way over there and the other one behind this building. So I think if I put this one down here... How are you doing? 0. Not good. Means I will need 1 or 2 more power poles to connect everything. And then I hopefully have the solar thing ready. I might have it ready anyway already. Let's see into your storage. There it is. So if I now put a power pole over here, what does it give us? 12,000. And then I guess another one down there. 12,000 demand, 200, 2,000. So yeah, that did the connection. And we will have power back in the bench, in the with the tables over here. Yes. Great. That also means I will have to enable you again. So you make the servos, and we will be crafting those piece by piece until we have all the solar power that we need. The one thing I still need to figure out is where to put the solar power, the solar generators. I could put them on this field. I took away all the trees because I wanted to mow the lawn, but I did that already, so I don't need to do it anymore. I have all the fiber that I need. I could put a few down here, but I guess that's not enough. Let me think. Yeah, I guess I will put them over there. And that will mean I need a pump. One of these. How much water do you need? Does it say? It does not. And we will need some pipes. Okay, and there we go with solar power. This is the first solar generator that we have. What remains to do is close this up. Over here. And just like that, we use a bit of water to make power. This takes 0.3 water per second, and you make, I guess at most 6, if I remember correctly. So that would mean 20 of these can run from one pump. Maybe it's less. We will have to see. But I think with that we have 2.4 megawatts, kilowatts of power. We have a demand of 1000, which means that the generator should be turned off right now. So it should not be polluting. I mean, well, the rest of the setup over there is polluting. But we can run our 4 tables that we currently have of that one generator. So this one takes 500 when operating. Currently isn't. And this one takes 500 when operating. And we will need the generator for now only when we turn on the pump jacks, which is usually done in a matter of minutes. So it's not that bad actually. So we need more gold flakes. We can make those. 40 crafts, 69. Well, I guess we are not in the 40 crafts region just yet. 200, 100, and that's it. But let's queue 100 and then see whether we actually find the gold to make all these flakes. Alright, that should be it for now. I will continue to make fiberglass, I will continue to make electronic circuits, until we have the next star so we can get the industry skill. I think that's it for now what we can achieve with the electronics skill. Let's have a quick last look. Electronics, we could make lamps, but we don't want to make lamps until we have the next solar generator or 2 more generators, I guess. This takes 60 watts of power, so I will want to have at least a second generator to make these lamps. We already had a quick look at all the circuit stuff, and everything else basically needs steel plates, steel gears, all the industry stuff. So I will have a look at all the stuff that we can make as soon as we have the next skill. So thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you next time.